Yeah.
I
What's
love
good with
that.
the clapback gang? So today, man, we got our boy LoreRoss, one of the biggest YouTubers right now out doing it in the game, but now he's became part of the feds. Yes, the feds are using his information to help on the Julio Foolio case. And they said I guess one of them mentioned the LoreRoss documentary helped Jacksonville police connect pieces in the Young and Ace and Foolio war, man. Let's let our boy Ross himself go and explain how they basically implicated him or put him in it. Well, he not implicated in the crime, but he helped basically. So everybody from New Collins, Ross, the police. Yeah, let's go and get it too.
But yeah, they're saying, all right, they're saying that basically, I got brought up by name in court. This has never happened to me before. Okay, this is the first time for me. I'm popping my courtroom cherry. Okay, and I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I was driving earlier. Somebody sent this to me. I was like, I could not believe that I got mentioned in the courtroom. Okay, check this out.
Information is accurate, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, even though not all the information is accurate, you have been able to take some of that information and use it.
As long as it's...
I don't know if the start of this was cut off. But,
Okay. You also would look at like documentary style videos as well.
to a certain extent, yes, ma'am.
And in your review of those videos, sometimes you might find useful information, but you also find that not all the information is accurate, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a play-by-play
I love
okay,
that.
so you can follow. Okay, for all the dummies that sound I'm working with vets, all right, I'll give you a play-by-play so you can actually follow what's going on. They're basically saying when you're researching the gang wars going on in this area, what do you look at? And in this trial, in this day 4 of the trial, they also played these legendary songs from the Jacksonville gang wars. They played Who I Smoke. They played, I think, Game Over, which was Young and Ace's diss song that came out just after Foolio died. And I believe they also played When I See You and other diss songs that went back and forth between these guys, okay? So what he's being asked is basically, look, what are all of the things that you guys as detectives look at to try and work out what's going on in these streets? And they're saying you look at documentary videos. He's saying, yes, documentary style videos on YouTube, we look at them. But he's basically saying, look, we can't vouch for the accuracy of these videos. We don't necessarily take everything they say as fact, but we look at them, we look at everything, okay? And look, everybody said the feds, your documentaries are helping the police. Now, look, okay, I still personally don't believe that the documentaries are helping the police. And if you listen carefully to what he says, okay, that's not the case. But, okay, it honestly doesn't surprise me that feds are watching the videos.
Man, let's just go and get to it, man. You sitting here trying to explain yourself. Just go and show the clip, man, and let us determine that for ourselves. You can't really say none of that. We know you're not the police, but you helping the police. You can't argue with them. If they sitting right here in the trial saying the information you presented is believable to them over every other information that they see, you are helping the feds, and that's just what it is, bro.
I love that.
My videos about they're not reading the paperwork, they're creating the paperwork, okay? But they're basically looking at absolutely everything. They're looking at the comments under his post, they're looking at the Instagram posts, they're looking at the diss songs, they're looking at the comments on the diss songs, and they're looking at the YouTube documentaries. But what they're basically saying is that they can't vouch for the authenticity of everything in there, and that some of these documentaries, hopefully not mine, do have misinformation in them, and they can't go on everything that's said in the documentary. They can't just throw the documentary in court. They're not playing a clip from it right now, okay? If they play a clip later on, that's going to be crazy, right? And stay tuned because I'll react to that. But yeah, let's hear what he says.
Now, even though not all the information is accurate, you have been able to take some of that information and use it.
As long as it's corroborated by other evidence, yes.
Okay.
So listen to what he said, all right? We're able to. And he's making a document, then we make
Testimony and sworn testimony related to use.
actually present them, okay? I just want to make it very clear what he's saying.
Okay. And in fact, you've even used some information you've gathered from YouTube videos and testimony and sworn testimony related to this case.
Yes.
Okay. Particularly a different chart, game chart that you captured from a YouTube video. Is that accurate?
I personally did not capture it, but I have seen it, yes.
And you
So they're saying a minute you're gonna put it what?
used it in sworn testimony before.
I guess you could say that.
Okay. And that was from a video from a gentleman by the name of LoreRoss. That's not familiar?
I'm not sure who it was.
Damn, we heard it. We just heard it. LoreRoss over there, man. He drinking bull. His eyes bubbling out the back of his head right now, bro. He running through so many Red Bulls, he can't even think right now. Damn, man. Do you not know this is something LoreRoss didn't need? This is something he didn't need, man. Like, you got people calling DJ Vlad, Adam 22. You got them already being called the feds and stuff. People already called them police. Like basically the YouTubers that talk about certain people and interviewing certain people that only go to jail or pass away. But for the feds to actually come out and say, for them to in court actually say a YouTuber's name of a video they watch, damn, LoreRoss. Man, you got a whole nother jacket on you now, bro. You gotta wear it.
from. It was given to me. Like I said, I did not personally make that chart. I've seen it, but I'm not sure who it was from.
Okay, you are familiar with that gentleman though, right? LoreRoss.
I don't know who that is.
You've never.
They said, damn, he didn't know who I was. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe they mentioned me by name.
Wait a minute. So that make you look good though. He said he don't know who you is, so he could easily use that as well. He ain't talking about your footage. So yeah, I would take heed of that. You better lean on it. Unless they finna break it down that it is a footage you use that you are the one that he watched. If they prove it, then damn. You asked out either way, bro.
Now look, okay, clearly he's not subscribed. Okay, there's still time left. Basically, that situation too, so did happen. Success from YouTube. Trying to hear about.
I'm gonna overrule the objection. He said he doesn't know who that is. So, okay, go ahead. You've seen. Some of the hours-long documentary videos that sort of try to break down the gangs in Jacksonville.
I've seen a few.
And those videos have like millions of views.
Potentially, I'm not sure how many views they have.
Okay, a lot of views. You agree with that?
I'm not sure how many views they have.
Potentially thousands of comments, a lot of comments.
I'm not sure about the comments either.
Okay.
Yes.
You would agree with me that a part of in your investigations that you sometimes go through the comments in these videos?
It depends.
On what? What would it depend on?
Depends on the video itself.
Okay. And what is an example of a video where you see information about the gang and you would not go through the comments?
Generally, it just depends on what occurs in the videos. If the comments are worthy. A lot of times the comments are just trolling, so it's somewhat kind of a waste of time to scroll through all the comments.
And how would you know if the comments are trolling unless you go through them?
Well, I don't go through all of them. I went through them on some videos, but not all.
Damn, you must be a motherfucking fool. They didn't already killed you. Don't take him out the stand. Man, why you trying to make it like you don't be looking at the comments, bro? If you're an investigator, you looking at every damn thing. Don't get on there trying to make it look like now you ain't looking at the views and the comments, man. And then you turn around and say you is looking at the comments. You just lied. You just lied on the stand, bro. You just lied on the stand. First you said it depends on what it is that make you look at the comments. Then you say, well, I do look at the comments. Man, you lied. You just lied on the stand, man.
All videos.
Okay, so it sounds like
trolling, so
okay, and what is an example of a video where you a lot of comments?
I'm not sure about the comments either.
Okay.
Yes.
You would agree with me that a part of in your investigations that you sometimes go through the comments in these videos?
It depends.
On what? What would it depend on?
It depends on the video itself.
Okay, and what is an example of a video where you see information about the gang and you would not go through the comments?
Generally, it just depends on what occurs in the videos. If the comments are worthy. A lot of times the comments are just trolling, so it's somewhat kind of a waste of time to scroll through all the comments.
So you just proved that you go through the comments. You talking about most of the comments is trolling. That's because you can go through it. You gotta read them to see that they trolling, man. Stop. You just lied on the stand, bro.
And how would you know if the comments are trolling unless you go through them?
Well, I don't go through all of them. I went through them on some videos, but not all videos.
Okay, so it sounds like what you're saying is you might start to go through them, and then if you don't see anything useful, you move on.
Yeah, depending on the video.
Okay.
I love that.
And that's not just for the documentary style videos, it's also for the videos where there's music videos.
Yes.
Just for the record, right, I want to point this out, okay? People talking about, oh, you know, LoreRoss, you just use Reddit comments, you just go by comments. That's not facts. No, I think that, you know, there's a...
Basically, man, that's all this was just boiling down to. Y'all just witnessing the police using, not the police, but the defense using trap LoreRoss as an example of the documentary footage that the police be used, and the feds used on this Foolio case. So they did throw his name in the court, but the police tried to make it like he don't know who Trap LoreRoss is. Then he turned around and said he don't be reading the comments, but then turned around and said he be reading the comments. So y'all can take that police with a grain of salt. But yeah, I just thought there was some real shocking news that Trap LoreRoss is now, man, identified as, you know, some of the evidential footage, man, for these cases, for people to go to jail, man, for people, you know what I'm saying, get charged and shit. So yeah, when y'all, like I said, man, when y'all doing this footage, man, y'all let these YouTubers, man, way in Africa and, you know, Beijing or wherever he from, take y'all self-snitching stuff, put it together, man, just know that y'all setting yourself up to go right to jail for somebody that don't leave their bedroom barely to put y'all whole life together on the internet for the world and the police and the feds to see. They don't watch it all. They gonna mark it all up and come get your ass. Just believe it. Until then, y'all know who it is. The Silence the Clapback King. It is the Clapback Show, man. We up out of this. Be alright.